So set up a linear programming problem, we're going to have, it consists of the linear objective function, which is a private function, denote P of x, y is the function that depend on x and y. Or sometimes people just write P. It's kind of like f of x, but a lot of time we just write f, right? Or the cost function is C of x, y, or just C. And then the second part is the constraints. And these gonna compose of a bunch of inequalities. Think of budgets if you in business. All right, let's take a look at this one. We're just gonna set it up. We're not gonna solve. That's 6.3. My advice to you when you do these kind of problems, read them all. Even though you don't understand it, just finish, huh? I know, but you don't have to read slow. Just read it fast, but you have to finish reading, even though you don't understand it. But then again, when you read it second time, sentence by sentence, to find things, it helps. It helps. So I'm gonna read it for you. A division of Winston Furniture Company manufacture X dining table and Y chairs. That's your variables right there. That's nice. They define it for us. Each table requires 40 ball feet of wood and 4 labor hours. Each chair requires 16 ball feet of wood and 5 labor hours. In certain week, the company has 3,000 ball feet of wood and 580 labor hours available. The profit for each table is $50 each, and the profit for chair is $18 each. Formulate the linear problem. We're just gonna formulate, and the rest will be 6.3. How many? Blah blah blah. That's next lecture. But now we're gonna formulate it. So first, I need first define the variable, which I already did. Well, or at least they already did, right? X number of tables and Y number of chair. The profit function, the hint is looking for the sentence that say profit. Nothing more straightforward. In this problem, it's very obvious, but sometimes it's not so much. Usually they just say profits. So you know that's your P of XY. Can someone give me a profit function? In terms of X and Y. Yeah, 50. So for every table you sell, you make profit of $50, right? And for every chair you sell, you make $18. The actual. All right, now the constraint is going to be inequality. The table requires 40 ball feet of wood, and the chair requires 16 ball feet of wood. And how much ball feet of wood the company has in total? 3,000. Now, and then let me highlight another one. And then for the table, it's required 4 hours of labor. And then for the chair, it's required 5 hours of labor. And how much time do you have? Yeah, 580. Now, why do I highlight things like that? Why don't I, let me ask you, why don't I combine the 40 motor feet and the 4 labor hours together? Because they in one sentence, why don't I do that? Naturally, you would do that. In one sentence, I'm going to try to combine them. Why don't I do that? If you do that, would you have X and Y together? No, right? Because the 40 board and the 4 labor hours, that's for table, right? They all X, right? And then you kind of stuck, like, and so what? X what? So you have to combine the wood together and the time together because of the given information. And so I have 40X plus 16Y. That's how much you need to make one chair. And then on the right hand side, I have 3,000 feet of ball feet of wood. What inequality should I put in between? Think company. They have limited supply. Less than equal to or greater than equal to? Common sense. What do you think? Less than equal to, right? It's company. They're gonna have a limited supply, right? They say I have 3,000 feet of wood. Make as many chair tables as you can. Optimize it. And then the next one will be what? Well, next one to be easy will be four. The table take 4 hours to make, and the chair take 5 hours. And you have total hours of 580. That's a deadline. So far, so good. Are you guys okay? I know it's kind of weird, but it take time, take practice. And then one last thing is kind of common sense because X and Y are number of chairs and table. X and Y's cannot be negative. So it has to be, let me see. Why don't you guys try number 2? Skip that one, that's for 6.3. I would suggest you take a picture. It's kind of take a long time to copy it down. And go to Moodle. It's there. And then I'll put it back up here so you can take a look. Go to Moodle. Haley. Caitlin. Come on around. If you have questions, please ask.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I know. That works. And I hope all of this actually into a weird
I mean, I barely used this one.
This is the one I want you to. All right, what's the profit? What's the profit function? Bless you. Hmm? Thank you. P equal 25 cap A plus 45 cap B. Does the girl sit there? She sneezed like 5 times. So you guys are sneezing, so I guess I don't know. You may want to in the morning. I think now people just tired of COVID, just ignore it. Just pretend I'm there. If I'm sick, I'm sick. All right, the profit's right there, right? The sentence, the profit is 25 for model A and then 45 for model B. All right, now inequality. Those are slightly harder. Slightly. Oh, by the way, the defined variable here is A is the number of printer model 1 and B will be number of model 2 printer. Anyone want to come up with something? Very good. I hope everybody see where it could come from. Right there. And then? Is it 160B less than or equal to 600,000? Right there. I think it's helpful to bring like marker on your final exam. Because the thing is you don't have to eyeball the wrong number, right? Once you finish with the blue, you're done. You don't look at the sentence again. So it helps. Human, we evolve to visualize. Right? We're not evolved to take exams. That's why people do very well on the homework, but when it comes to exam, they're just nervous. And when you're nervous, what happens? Fight and flight, right? Your blood goes to your limbs. Get ready to run. So, but you need your blood here to do your exam. So it's contradicted. So I feel yeah, it's just all right. One last thing, the 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 common sense one. Well, AB has to be what? Yeah, it's the number of printers. We can't have negative number of printers. We done the setup. Next lecture, I'm going to show you how to solve this by hand. I don't know how the exam is going to be. I don't write them entirely. And I'll show you how to do by calculator as well, okay? So you can check your answer. Or if they allow you to use calculator to solve that, even better. All right, this one for business people here, or fans, or big bank people. You go for banking. Go for banking if you go for business. You make good money. All right, a financier plans to invest up to $400,000 in 2 projects. A project A yields a return of 8% on the investment of X dollars. So they invest X amounts of dollars for project A. And then project B yields return of 16% on the investment of Y dollars. So Y amount of dollars invest on project B. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. Maybe I'll write here. Should I use X, Y, or AB? I'll use X. I use X just like they said. X, Y, the amount in dollar, right? Invested in project A and B respectively. It's nice to have to be clear what you're looking for. Where was I? Because the investment in project B is riskier than the investment in project A. The financier has decided the investment in project B should not exceed 40% of the total investment. All right, setup. Can someone tell me what is the profit function? This problem is not obvious like the other two. Profit function is something you get money in return. I'm just gonna say P because I don't have enough space. Profit function, profit function. Bank people, who's the bank people here? Account or bank? I know it's not obvious. So give it a try. Elimination method is your best friend here. Just read sentence by sentence and then say, is it make sense for me to set up as a profit or not? Let's do the first one. Is the first one is a profit function? What do you think? No, right? So what about second one? Does it sound like a profit function? Is it a function that help you making money? Yes, right. Return yield, yield return, right? It looks like it. Project A yields 8%. So what should I put here? Decimal, yeah, 0.08, right? X, project A, plus 0.16y. Yeah, yeah. I know it's not obvious in this one, but all right, one down, few more to go. Inequality. After this one, I'll tell you about the exam. All right, the first one should be easy. Everybody should get the first one. Gary, you want to try the first one? Yeah, April bill. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but yeah. Mhm. Yeah, up to, right? So at most, yeah. Very good. See? Not too bad. All right, one more. Usually one more. It could be many inequalities, but usually like two. This one have multiple one. This one right here is the bad boy here, but that's for next time. All right, second one. Anyone volunteer for the second one? Must be this one. Must be that one. Here's the money piece right here. More people get it wrong with this part, so I'll do it with you. My it's pretty simple. What I'm going to do, I'm going to translate English into math, straightforward from left to right. That's how you write. The financier has decided the investment in project B. What letter do we denote for investment in project B? Why? Should not exceed. So what kind of inequality? Very good. Should not exceed the total investment. What is the total investment? $400,000 or up to $400,000? Up to, right? So how do I write up to? in English is up to, but then in no, yeah, I cannot write 400,000, right? Well, 40%. Let's write out 40% first, 0.4, and then multiply. Maybe I'll do this up to 400,000. I'll give you partial credit if you do that on the exam, even though you don't know what to do next. But you understand, right? That means you telling me you understand. Oh, I always do. I don't know how other people, but I don't double deck people. Sometimes I just go with your wrongness as long as it's consistent. But your mistake had to be sincere. My arithmetic mistake. If your mistake is telling me that you don't know anything about the problem, it's hard for me to give you partial credit. All right, now the harder part is up to $400,000. I think it's left hand side meant up to. Yeah, first one. That's x plus y, right? So So this become y is less than or equal to 0.4 times x plus y. Don't leave it like that. Clean it up a little bit. Y less than or equal to 0.4x plus 0.4y. Sorry, I know yellow is kind of difficult to see. Like a burnt orange, I guess. And then clean up some more. Clean up some more. I'm gonna subtract y, one y both sides. So 0.4x minus 0.61. Or you can do slowly. You don't have to do what I do. 0.4x. Everybody see that, right? So that's equation 2. Equation, I'm sorry, inequality 2, inequality 1. And last one. Last one. I'll call them 3. So that's your setup. 1, 2, 3, and then the profit function. How do you feel about these problems? um, it takes time, it takes practice. I was no good. I was it's not as good. I was not as good as when I started this. Cool feel hairs. All right, let me talk about the exam. Apparently you do very well on the exam. I'm very happy. So here is the average on exam 1, 87. And we have that shape, which is I like. A lot of columns on the right. Here is your exam 2 average. Well, 75 is still good. The other class was 65. So you guys usually always do better. Maybe because it's a smaller class and we have good people here. The other class I have like 60 students. Well, this picture is for the other class, maybe not for you. But yeah, rest in peace. This is me and my mate when we go to grad school. Every time we got bad grade, we're like, oh, rest in peace. Cedric. I have no idea. All right, here's your average on exam 3. Wow, look at that. Almost 90%, 90. It brought up 90, right? Yeah. So you're doing very well. If you don't, if you feel you didn't do well, this final exam is not the end of the world. So you just have one more chance. Max is 104. Not too bad. 75 is usually what I got in the class. Your class is really high this semester. I don't know why. Well, the practice exam is pretty much the same, right? It's similar with the real exam. Now for the final, I don't write the finals nor grade them entirely. There's 6 of us, and each of us chips in, a few problems. No, I don't grade all of them. I grade like 1 page. If each of us like grade 1 or 2 page, right? Like change, kind of like McDonald's doing their burger. So yeah. So I don't know what their style. I haven't seen the real exam yet, so I cannot give you the final practice because I don't want to misleading you. Your best bet is just study for the practice exam and the exams. It's the key there. Yeah, all the final and practice exam. I'm sorry, all the practice exam and the real exam on Moodle and answer key as well. So please review them. Okay. I don't think it's gonna get any harder than that. All right, one more, and then we call it a day because that's where I stop in the morning. And then one more thing I need to tell you to remind me before we go. Cruise. Have anybody go on cruise before? Yay, how you like it, Lexi? Yeah, what kind of cruise you been? Was it? Mm, nice. Yeah. Anybody else? Amaya, which one? Which one you went to? Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I want. Caribbean. I'm not a fan of Caribbean. I'm from Vietnam. So Caribbean is just like the same Vietnam, all palm tree and all that. So I feel like going back to my country, which I'm trying to get away from. But yeah, I would love to go to Alaska or where the area from like Middle Eastern, Greek and all that. I would love to go there, or Europe, Hmm? Greece, yeah, Greek and what's it called? Croatia? Yeah, I would love to go on that route. Right, not a fan of Caribbean. Um, I have a ton of that in my country. Yeah, it's island people. I'm from Vietnam. It's palm tree and all that. It's the same. So nothing new for me. All right, deluxe river cruises. The fleet has two types of vessels. So type A vessel and type B vessels. Type A vessel is, they denote X if they say X. Yeah, they denote the number of type A vessel is X. And then I don't know why they have to. I'm just gonna do this. No, let's just do what they want. So let X be number of type A vessels. These are what they say. Yes. Have you been in Vietnam, Tan? Yeah. You were born here, right? Oh, really? And type B has 85 deluxe cabin and 120 standard cabin. The deluxe river cruises is provided Odyssey with a minimum of 307 deluxe and 690 standard cabins for their 15-day cruises in May. It costs $45,000 to operate Type A vessel and $57,000 to operate one Type B vessel. So this is minimizing problem cost, right? You're minimizing the cost. Can someone tell me what the cost function is? It's very much similar to profit. You just kind of look for the cost sentence. Yeah. Yeah, 45,000 say X because you do A on the exams fine, but because I defy X and Y. Um, yep, that's your cost function. I think on the home in the homework they just say C, they didn't put X and Y. It's a good habit to have it there. Inequalities. This one's similar to the table and chair problems. Anybody want to come up with the first one? Oh, I'm teaching statistics next semester. I don't know any of you knew that. It's fun. Statistics is fun. All right. Anyone first inequality? Deluxe come together and standard come together. It's kind of like chairs and table. Mhm. Yeah. So deluxe together. So type A vessel has 40 deluxe, and type B has 85 deluxe, and the minimum is 370. And now the standard 155 for type A, 120 for type B, and they have total of 690. 155x plus 120y. I forgot the y there. It's minimum, so up to 690. Last but not least, x and y has to be at least 0. So those are easy problems. The finance problem is maybe a slightly harder, but it's not too bad. The hard one is next time. This I say for last. It's long. It's like the ultimate problem here, which is you probably people see this in real life. Right? In real life, they have a lot of variables. Right? All right, one more thing before I let you go. Let me pull up the syllabus. Yes. Hmm? I would think so. The one that I provide you on exam 2, right? Exam 2. Yeah, that sheet. Yes, yes, pretty much. And the term. Yeah, and the A inverse of 2 by 2. And the one A times X equal B. I don't go yet. Oh, yet. I still have one more thing to tell you.
They call it elementary.
All right, so this week, yeah, we have one more week to go. So hang in there. Don't skip class because this is important. Right? These problems are gonna want on your final, very likely, because they already test your thing on the other exam, right? So don't miss class. Now, the review is December 5. We don't have a we should be finished 6.2, 6.3 by then. So on December 5, we're gonna have review. Hopefully, I have a practice final for you by this time, so I can talk about it in the class. Second thing, which is important thing, I'm going to tell you where you are right now in the class. If you want to see your grade, your actual grade, come see me. I'll call you up one by one. I'll be gentle. Don't be nervous. You usually do better than you expect because of the extra credit and all that. So come to this day, and I'll tell you what you are right now. And say if you want to say, Mimi, I want to have a A on the exam. Like how much should I get on the final? I will tell you that also. Yes. Yes, so your bonus, yes, it's gonna be go on top of the numerator. So I think the denominator is 600. Was it? I gotta check. Yeah, the denominator is 600. So add all that, whatever you have, and then plus up to. I'll tell you how many extra credit you got, because I'm gonna put it in the special formula. Yeah. And then the final is I'll email you the location. I gotta wait for GD to tell me the location. All right, that's it. If nothing else, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah,